So the Texans aren't exactly a good team. They're actually probably the worst team in the NFL. But they do have this guy named Dameon Pierce. He's pretty good. Davis Mills, the Texans quarterback, nothing really amazing. He's a sophomore quarterback, shows some flashes, but nothing crazy. But Dameon Pierce, he's pretty much, I would say, probably the heart and soul of this team. Because he's a rookie that they drafted, and he's been really good for him. Brandon Cooks has also been good for him. Brandon Cooks, Dameon Pierce are like the only two good players on this team. Not a lot of stars on this team. So, yeah, those two pretty much get all the spotlight. Laramie Tunsil actually is pretty good though, but he's really the only guy on that offensive line that's good, so that gets overshadowed. But yeah, we're gonna use the Texans, see if we can win a game. We're gonna try and feed Dameon Pierce, see if he's really good in Madden. Their secondary could be good in a few years. Derek Stingley Jr. is a rookie they drafted. He's got potential. But I mean, yeah, this roster is pretty full of pretty bleak. It doesn't have much talent. It's full of holes. It's just not a good team, but we'll see what we can do. We'll be at home at NRG Stadium. We'll be playing against Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. So we'll see how this goes. Ravens will kick off to the Texans. Nate Hairston is returning, or Troy Hairston. There's two Hairstons on this team. There's Troy Hairston and Nate Hairston. I'm not sure which one that was. 1st and 10, Davis Mills is going to pass to Dameon Pierce, but that will fall incomplete. Good defense by the Ravens there. 2nd and 10, Davis Mills is going to throw. Oh, dangerous pass there, nearly picked off. But it will be 3rd and 10. Play action again. Davis Mills is going to throw, and this one will fall incomplete. So the decision to pass 3 straight times doesn't pay off. Texans will punt away. So yeah, they didn't look very good on that drive. As Devin Duvernay returning. Oh, that's a live ball. Oh, sketchy there. He'll get it out to the 3. Great punt by the Texans punter there. So I think Cameron Johnston is his name. But definitely not great fielding by the return man there. As 2nd and 7, he makes up for it as he gets a slant route and is wide open. Devin Duvernay is going to take this all the way for a touchdown. That was bad defense by the Texans. Devin Duvernay able to take advantage of that. 2-point conversion, will hand it off to Patrick Richard, but he gets stopped, and this will remain a 6-point game. So, yeah, that's definitely not great defense by the Texans. We gave up a 95-plus yard touchdown play, so we'll definitely have to step that up if we're going to win this game. All right, 1st and 10, hand off to Dameon Pierce, shakes off a tackle, but has no room as he actually loses 3 yards on his first carry of the game. 2nd and 13, Davis Mills is going to throw. Pass is caught by a wide open Nico Collins to make it 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4, they're going to pass here again. Pass is caught by Nico Collins again on the drag route, and he will get the 1st down. And they will be at the 44. 1st and 10, Davis Mills is going to pass again. He's going to find Rex Burkhead for a 2-yard gain before getting caught by Marlon Humphrey to make it 2nd and 8. All right, 2nd and 8, he's going to throw to Chris Moore for a 1st down. So this Texans offense finally getting some rhythm here. See if they're able to keep it up. 1st and 10, screen pass to Rex Burkhead, but that gets absolutely blown up by the Ravens. Loss of 9 yards on a screen pass. Definitely not a great play by the Texans. All right, 2nd and 19. Davis Mills going deep to Brandon Cooks, and that will get picked off by Geno Stone. So not a great decision by Davis Mills there to throw that ball. Trying to give Brandon Cooks a chance, but he was just completely covered on that play. as it will be 1st and 10 again for Lamar Jackson, the Ravens, and somehow that pass is caught by Oliver, and he's going to get a big play out of this. That play probably should have at least been incomplete because there was a guy on him, but he like jumped too early or something. Oh, Texans, you just gotta... It's going to be some painful years before you're good again. Alright, that won the first quarter. I mean, yeah, that was not great by the Texans, but this is Jonathan Owens is going to get the pick. And that is a good play, so apparently the Texans heard me trash-talking them, and they're going to try and prove to me that that was a fluke. So yeah, we'll take that. We like that. Alright, 1st and 10, we'll hand off to Dameon Pierce, and he's going to get a touchdown to get the Texans their first points of the game. So, yeah, just like that, we could take the lead here if we make this extra point. Kick is up, and a little bit of lag there, but it is good, and we are leading by 1. So, Texans able to make up for their mistake on that drive and get a pick and get points of their own. So, I mean, I guess it's not all their fault. I guess I did play kind of bad, but I mean, still, there are things that some of these Texans CPUs are doing that normal NFL team CPUs wouldn't be doing. So, that's just not how... It's just not how a team is supposed to be. But I'll try my best not to trash the Texans too much, because that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to play the game and get some Dameon Pierce stats. As 2nd and 9, Texans doing good there. They'll fall incomplete. Alright, it will be 3rd and 9. On 3rd and 9, Lamar is going to throw, and that's picked off by Christian Kirksey. So Lamar, it either got batted or he got hit when he threw it. But either way, Texans able to capitalize and get the pick. As Davis Mills going to go, give it right back to Geno Stone again. Looking for O.J. Howard, but instead, Geno Stone is going to get his 2nd interception of the day. Make it 1st and 10 at the 15. So, yeah, that's not great. As this is even worse as we give up a touchdown to J.K. Dobbins on the next play. So we don't even really get that much rest. We don't even get that much rest as an offense. Just gonna get rushed right back out there as they go for 2 and they get it. Patrick Richard is able to fight his way in there. So yeah, we'll have to try and avoid things like that happening, because we just got a golden opportunity and we squandered it by throwing a pick directly back to the Ravens. So yeah, the Texans cannot afford to make mistakes like that. When they get opportunities, they have to take them, just because they don't exactly have a wide margin of error. You know, just because they're not a great team. As glitchy play there, as Dameon Pierce going to only get a gain of 1 before his knee touches. Alright, 2nd and 9, we'll hand off to Dameon Pierce. Dameon Pierce, decent run here. He's going to shake off a tackle, and he won't get the first down, but he will make it 3rd and inches. As we'll hand it off to him again. This time he does get the first down, and then some. Down to the 35, so that will put the Texans in field goal range. See if they score any points here. So they'll hand off to him again. Ravens are running some prevent defense, and we're just going to run all over that. I don't know why you would run prevent defense now, especially against the Texans. Like, there's no reason to do that. And Dameon Pierce is going to cap it off with a touchdown. So he's going to get his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Texans, pending the extra point, will tie up this game, and they will, as the kick is up and good. So, yeah, I don't know if we really did anything on that drive. I think it was just more the Ravens playing prevent defense for some reason. Like, why would you play prevent defense in that situation? Like, there's a time and place for it. That was not the time and place. So, we'll have to see We'll have to see if the Ravens offense can get some points, and it looks like it, as Devin Duvernay's wide open on that play. The Texans are horrible at covering Devin Duvernay. He had that 190-plus yard touchdown, and now that. And he was wide open on both those plays, so. All right, next play, 1st and 10. Lamar's going to roll out to the right. He's going to throw. And there were two guys there that might have been able to make the catch, but Lamar Jackson overthrows it. As now it's 2nd and 10. Lamar is going to throw. That will fall incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the intended targeter. But instead, pass broken up by Christian Kirksey. 3rd and 10. Lamar's just going to take off, but he will not get the first down. It will be 4th and 4. And the Ravens will just take their points here. Kick up and good. So now the Ravens lead by 3, and we'll see if they can hold the Texans to 0 points on this drive. And they get ball at half too, so if they're able to keep the Texans from scoring, they can really get some separation in this game if they're able to get a touchdown out of halftime. All right, 1st and 10. Davis Mills missing a wide open Nico Collins. Man, that's what I'm saying, man. He's not really that special as a quarterback, but that will actually in the half there as we got into field goal range, but there was not enough time for us to spike the ball because we were out of time. Actually, no, wait, we did have a timeout, but the clock was hit 0 before we had a chance to call a timeout. So that's why we were not able to get the field goal there. But yeah, as I was saying, Davis Mills, like, he's just not good in Madden, just because Madden is really screwing him over with his Madden rating, because he just misses wide open throws that I think the real Davis Mills would be able to make. Like, I'm not trying to say he's, like, amazing, but I feel like Madden is really screwing him over with his Madden rating. It's 4th and 5 after some missed throws by Lamar Jackson. They're going to go for it. Lamar is going to throw, and it's caught by Demarcus Robinson, his first reception of the game, and it's a big one, as he was covered too, and he's able to outmuscle the defender there and get the first down catch, as they'll hand the ball off to J.K. Dobbins on the next play to make it 2nd and 7. Yeah, Lamar did not look good on that set of downs, because as Devin Duvernay with another touchdown, or wait a minute. No, I don't know if he got a touchdown. Yeah, he did. His 2nd touchdown of the game because he had that big 90-plus yard touchdown at the beginning of the game. But yeah, as I was saying, on that set of downs, Lamar Jackson was just missing throws. And even that throw was a little inside, but Demarcus Robinson was able to keep that drive going, and it paid off for him as they were able to get a long touchdown of Devin Duvernay. So yeah, Texans, if they were able to keep Demarcus Robinson from making that catch, they get a stop and they get prime field position. But Dameon Pierce having a big run here, and he's going to go all the way for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. He's having a good game. I mean, no one else on this team's really having a good game. Davis Mills is missing throws. None of the receivers are getting the ball because Davis Mills is missing throws. But Dameon Pierce, Davis Mills can hand the ball off, so that's really all he needs to do for Dameon Pierce to get going, and it's working out as he has 3 rushing touchdowns, so we'll just have to do our best to feed him this game as do a little squib kick here. It'll be at the 22, and they'll hand off to J.K. Dobbins. Texans giving up a 6-yard gain on that to make it 2nd and 4. Texans, they want to steal some momentum back. They need to get a stop, as this will not help, as J.K. Dobbins getting a huge run here, and he's going to get all the way for a touchdown. So we definitely did not need that from the Texans defense. Yeah, both these defenses just have been kind of slacking lately. The Ravens defense, their pass defense, I mean, has been pretty good just because Davis Mills is Davis Mills, but their run defense, Dameon Pierce has just been exposing them, as Nate Hairston out to the 42. Good run back there by him. They'll give it back to Dameon Pierce, and he will get tripped up, he probably would have had a first down, but he got tripped up. 2nd and 7. They'll give it back to him, and this time he does get the first down. Getting dragged down, but he's able to get the first down. All right, this will be the final play of the third quarter, and Dameon Pierce is going to get another first down as he has 167 rushing yards in this game. He has more, I think he has more yards than every single other Texan combined, as Davis Mills missing a wide open fullback there. Troy Hairston was wide open, but he just couldn't get it to him. As 2nd and 10, they'll give it back to Dameon Pierce to make it 3rd and 5. And this time, 3rd and 5 play action. Davis Mills trying to find his open target, but he throws it too late and he gets taken down. And, 4th and 5, we went for that and we tried to pass it and it fell incomplete. And for some reason, it didn't show when I was recording this, so my bad. But yeah, the Ravens get the ball back on 1st and 10, and that will fall incomplete. Looking for J.K. Dobbins, but able to get that pass break up. As 2nd and 10, J.K. Dobbins running the ball gets absolutely smoked as he's trying to run, but he gets hit right away. Set 3rd and 11, looking for Mark Andrews, but unable to make that catch there, so the Texans are able to force a 3 and out and get the Ravens to punt. And oh, what a bad punt that was. It's going to be at the 42, so the Texans are already almost in field goal range. And Chris Moore able to get the reception there, gain of 3 to make it 2nd and 7. All right, 2nd and 7, Davis Mills is going to throw, and it's caught by Chris Moore, and Chris Moore able to get out of bounds. Definitely crucial for the Texans to do that because they want to score with as much time left as possible. As 1st and 10, Davis Mills is going to throw, and oh, nearly picked off. I wanted Nico Collins to come back to the ball, but he didn't do that, so the defender just had a free pick, but he dropped it. As 2nd and 10, Davis Mills is going to throw this one away. Yeah, this passing game has just been lacking. And that's an understatement. Is that another incompletion? It's Davis Mills, 9 for 21 and 2 interceptions. Less than 100 passing yards. Just an atrocious day for him as the Texans do take their points here. So it will be a 7-point game. That's probably what we should have done on the last drive. But I guess I was just feeling full of myself and I went for it. So that was definitely not a great decision to do that. So now they have to get a stop if they want a chance to win this game, like a legit chance. So we'll see if they can get that. As Lamar Jackson says, no sir, you're not getting your stop. He's going to find Devin Duvernay yet again for another reception. And once again, we were just struggling to cover him this whole game as J.K. Dobbins, we haven't been able to cover him either, and he's going to get all the way for a touchdown. So, man, oh man. This is ugly. If you're a Texans fan in attendance, you're probably demanding a refund right now as they go for 2 and they get that. Oh, man. So, not great for them, the Texans, that is. Ravens, if you're a Ravens fan, you're probably loving this. But definitely not if you're a Texans fan. So, we'll have to see if Davis Mills and Dameon Pierce can work their magic. And this is definitely not going to help as he gets taken down for a 21-yard sack. At 2nd 31, we're going to hand off to Dameon Pierce from the 2. And he's in a good run here. He's going to get the first down. He's got a ton of open room. And he's going to go all the way for a 98-yard touchdown. So, don't go away yet. They still... I said they had to get a stop, but, I mean, they still have 3 timeouts. And it's a 1-score game, so if they can somehow stop the Ravens here or get this onside kick, they'll have a chance. As they don't get the onside kick, Rashad Bateman, that is going to just take this. See what the Ravens do here. 1st and 10, run commit, and Isaiah Likely is going to be wide open for a touchdown if he does it, and he does. So the Ravens just do exactly what they did last time. They just score. Which, I don't want to say there's a chance because there's probably not, but I mean, if you keep scoring like that, it technically doesn't force the Texans to use timeouts as they go onside kick for some reason. yeah, it doesn't force the Texans to use their timeout, so if they can score again, they have a chance for an onside kick, but this time, that will not help as we just tried chuck it deep to Brandon Cooks, but Kyle Hamilton able to get that pick there. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, this game's over, and it's going to be even more over as Isaiah Likely yet again is going to get his second long touchdown of the game. So, yeah. Yeah, the problem in this game is just we couldn't stop the Ravens' offense. We just kept leaving receivers wide open, and we couldn't really stop J.K. Dobbins. So, definitely some work to do there, you know, in the future for the Texans. Yeah, I mean, our running game was phenomenal. I don't know if that was because of us or just because of how bad the Ravens' run defense was in this game, but, like, yeah, Dameon Pierce has had a phenomenal game, but really, he's the only guy who's had a good game. He's going to get a big run here, and it's going to put the Texans in the red zone, see if they can score a garbage time touchdown or something, because this game's over. They'll give it back to Dameon Pierce, and he'll get stopped at the 5. Texans are out of timeout, so they'll probably have to pass here, and that they will. And Davis Mills finally hits a receiver for a touchdown, but it's not going to matter, as we'll go for 2, because why not? We'll get that. Yeah, this game was a disaster, which I guess kind of makes sense, because I was using a not-so-great team. As the lateral the ball here, try and melt some clock. The lateral again for no reason, but regardless, the Ravens will win this game 55-39. So yeah, I mean, if we had a defense in this game, we might have had a chance, because the Ravens rush defense was atrocious, but the pass defense was good, as we had 54 passing yards. We had less passing yards than what the Ravens scored points. That's actually pathetic. As Lamar Jackson had a phenomenal day passing. He only completed 9 passes and had over 400 passing yards. He only had 2 interceptions. Davis Mills, oh man. I mean, he had a touchdown, but that touchdown was in garbage time. And he had 3 picks too. That's not great. But Dameon Pierce, man, 309 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. Like, I don't know how you can get better than that. He did everything he could to win this game, but the rest of his team was just lacking in determination to win this game. As receiving, Devin Duvernay, we just could not stop him. He exposed our defense. No one on the Texans really had a big day, just because Davis Mills had a bad day passing the ball. Yeah, this was ugly game. I'm not going to take away anything from my opponent, though. He earned the victory. I couldn't stop his offense. But yeah, this game, see if we can learn something from this and be better in the future, because we were not prepared to play this game. We just couldn't pass the ball effectively, and it was just a disaster on defense. The passing game was awful, and Dameon Pierce, man, he's a beast, but he's definitely going to need his team to, you know, stick up for him some of the times. Anyways, goodbye.